Any road you drive on exposes you to a variety of hazards. After all, not every road is level and smooth. The sway bar stabilizes the car when you drive on uneven, bumpy, or rough terrain. The car would quickly become uncontrollable in the absence of a sway bar or so-called anti-roll bar. Because it is composed of steel or iron rods, this essential suspension part is not prone to breaking. But over time, the links and bushings in the sway bar may deteriorate. For increased on-road safety, it's crucial to recognize the warning indications of a failing sway bar so you can replace these vital parts. In this video, we examine the most typical signs of a malfunctioning sway bar in addition to learning about its location, purpose, and cost of replacement. Let's start with a brief summary of the symptoms to watch out for. Strange noises. The degradation of the bushings is one of the primary reasons for sway bar failure. There will be a rattling sound when these parts start to fail. As you pass over a bump, this sound is more noticeable. When the sway bar links or bushings are failing, you may hear additional noises. Watch out for a squeaking noise when you cross bumps. You may even hear the noises when driving on level sections of the highway as the condition worsens. Excessive body roll. Traction and stability are decreased by a failing sway bar. You will become aware of handling problems even if you are not approaching a turn. Your car will roll much more when cornering than usual, which is a very bad sign. It could feel like everything is falling off the car or that it is completely out of control. You will experience a marked loss of control over your vehicle's direction as you grip the steering wheel. Trouble when taking turns. The tire's ability to maintain a firm grip on the road is compromised when the sway bar links come loose. It is more challenging to take a turn normally when there is a lack of handling. As you try to turn, you will feel the state of the steering wheel. Getting your car where it needs to go will take more work. This condition can be attributed to the links, but it can also result from bushing deterioration. Visibly worn out. The fact that the sway bar, links, and bushings are all easily inspectable is their best feature. Conducting a visual inspection is one method to determine whether an issue exists. The links of the sway bar will appear entirely worn out. Additionally, you may notice that the rubber nuts or bushings at either end of these links become hard and torn, or they may lose their solid, round shape. The sway bar links are worn out if they become loose and are easily moved with your hand. In severe situations, they may also separate from the control arms or sway bar. When parts are this worn out, you should never drive your car because you could lose control. Replacement cost. The average cost to replace a sway bar is between $125 and $160, including labor costs of $50 to $70 and part costs of $105 to $110. The sway bar itself doesn't usually need to be replaced. Usually, a car needs new stabilizer bushings or sway bar end links. The cost of replacing the stabilizer bushing ranges from $125 to $160, including labor costs of $95 to $120 and part costs of $30 to $65. As this system is essential to on-road handling and control, it is generally not advised to replace suspension parts on your own. However, changing your sway bar links or bushings isn't too difficult if you have some mechanical knowledge and the appropriate tools. Hope the information was helpful for you. If so, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel.